Thank you for joining us today. Today I'm going to take a few minutes to share a 30,000-foot view of some of the ways we've been helping libraries across the nation support community needs that have always existed but have become more prevalent since March of last year. Specifically, how we're helping libraries to support their communities with increased stress and anxiety levels, how we're helping libraries to deliver upskilling services as well as needed workforce and entrepreneurial resources, how we're ensuring that content is readily accessible by a broad array of library users, and how we're helping libraries better understand their communities in order to deliver the right services to the right people at the right time. It's no secret that your community, my community, all communities have seen a surge in stress, anxiety, and depression. And of course, your community includes your staff. We all know someone or many someones who have struggled over the past year. In one county, they went back to school just to stem the surge in teen suicides. That's how big of a deal this is. This small sample of news headlines demonstrates how wide-ranging this issue has become. These could come from any community, including yours. We help libraries support their staff and communities' mental health needs in a myriad of ways, but today we're going to focus on just a couple. Interestingly enough, we began offering self-paced online learning to libraries just a few months before things changed. Regular exercise and a healthy diet are universally accepted methods to support stress management, but supporting those human skills is certainly quite important during COVID and has been. And it's going to be as well as we come out of hibernation to rejoin the world. As you can see, among our thousands of courses, there are hundreds focused on physical and mental health. And because of Gale Presents Udemy's dynamic marketplace model, content is added and updated quickly. Libraries who were subscribed to Gale Presents Udemy were providing expert-level COVID-related resource to both their community and staff early in the pandemic. Udemy supports multiple library initiatives, and you'll be hearing more about them during the course of this presentation. But public libraries across the country have embraced it, and patron usage has been amazing, confirming the library's decision to add it to their collection. But as libraries well know, people consume content in different ways. Content needs to be available for different age groups and different formats. With that in mind, we've developed a curated collection of Gale ebooks designed with kids in mind. It's important to remember that Gale ebooks are DRM-free, offer unlimited simultaneous usage, translations into dozens of languages, and read speaker technology that makes the content accessible and digestible to any patron. And each book, each chapter for that matter, offers a persistent URL to ensure that you can proactively push out important content to your website, to patrons via your email marketing efforts, or however you deem most effective. It's broken down by high school, middle school, and elementary so you can be sure these kids have age-level appropriate content. Gale eBooks offer collections on current and popular topic areas that allow you to meet the immediate needs of your library patrons. Curated for specific audiences and/or budgets gives you the option to provide up-to-date information in an easy-to-use format. All Gale ebooks are licensed for unlimited simultaneous use on a mobile-friendly platform, ensuring that your community has access to important resources 24/7, 365. And with Gale ebooks, accessibility and inclusivity are always a priority. As I mentioned before, all titles have unlimited simultaneous access. They're available always with no checkouts or holds. The interface is translatable into 36 languages, while articles are translated into 43. It has read speaker technology to allow the student to listen to the articles as well in 24 different languages, and adjustable text size as well. Always with Gale, accessibility and inclusivity are a priority. Gale primary sources offer diverse historical perspectives on topics like sexuality and gender, civil rights, women's studies, and more. The platform has been thoughtfully designed to help library patrons, students, and researchers examine the literary, political, and social culture of the last 500 years, as well as develop a more meaningful understanding of how history continues to impact our community and the world around us. The collections that comprise Gale primary sources gives your community insights from more perspectives and allow users to discover original first-hand content, meticulously cross-referenced to bring facts into focus and information to life, which makes this a valuable resource for librarians who are looking to promote a culture of equity, diversity, and inclusion. And the needs of preschoolers have been especially hard hit during the pandemic. And to support preschoolers, the Miss Humblebee's Academy curriculum is modeled after the Head Start Early Learning Outcomes framework because of its history and commitment to equity, diversity, and inclusion. Plus, recent resource enhancements have been made with specific focus on EDI, including the removal of binary gender-based language and the addition of diverse characters, student avatars, and on-demand video instructors. Miss Humblebee's Academy also has a language translation functionality, which includes Spanish translated navigation, and for offline learning, users can translate and download activities, assessments, lesson reports, and website content into Spanish and 107 other languages using Google Translate. New songs, activities, and lessons in Spanish are being explored for future development. Essential literacy skills and student achievement are linked. Large print helps unify literacy and learning experiences that are often lacking for kids who are learning to read or struggling to read. Thorndike Press creates collections that reflect the world of young readers in a format that's accessible at any reading level. Thorndike Press publishes hundreds of best-selling titles for middle grade and young adult readers, and these books for kids are always produced with the same cover art as the original. If you're not familiar with the large print format, let's take a quick look inside. All Thorndike Press large print books are formatted with a 16-point serif font for optimum letter recognition. They include wider margins and increased space between lines and leading to reduce tracking errors. They have fewer lines, words per page, which can be less daunting to students learning to read or who struggle with reading, or even adults who want a break from screen time. Our books are also printed on high-opacity, cream-colored paper used to minimize bleed-through, reduce glare, and increase contrast. To conclude, the large print format helps readers of all ages decode words, improve tracking and fluency, and develop greater comprehension. So let's talk a little bit more about Gale Presents Udemy, the 2021 winner, not just finalist, as the best online courses solution in the EdTalk Cool Tool Awards. With Gale Presents Udemy, public libraries can deliver innovative, self-paced, and instructor-led video learning. This resource connects patrons to nearly 9,000 and growing video-based online learning courses in business, technology, and personal development. 3,000 plus of these courses are taught by instructors in their native language, which is French, German, Japanese, Portuguese, and Spanish, making the content more accessible for your English language learners or non-English speakers. 5 more languages are being added in the May to July timeframe, and those are Mandarin, Arabic, Indonesian, Korean, and Turkish. The dynamic marketplace model ensures your content is current and up to date, and the Learner First approach makes it easy to find the course you want and the course you need. And along with the international language courses, Udemy provides transcript translation, ensuring that it's available and accessible to more patrons than ever. So let's take a few moments to see how Udemy and a couple of other Gale solutions help solve those needs that are heightened right now. Workforce and upskilling are expansive terms, but in the end, it all gets back to improving your situation. Whether you are a beginner, just learning about a skill or career of interest, or improving current skill set with a goal in mind, Gale Presents Udemy delivers courses to fit your patrons' needs. English language learners who want to improve their skills for an interview, you can help. Interviewing support, you can help. Resume building, you can help. Improving a personal or professional brand name for someone, you can help. It supports community members at all points on the spectrum. Additionally, if a library is to bring greater value, it needs to offer tools and resources to its job hunters and career changers that aren't freely accessible on the open web. Tools and resources that go beyond just creating a resume and getting it on a job site. It's safe to say that many folks engage with the job market without a great sense of what they might be good at, what jobs would really interest them, and how they can differentiate themselves from others competing for the same jobs. And there's only so much that the library can provide in person, especially now. It's more important than ever that the library provide a thorough instructional resource so that their online job hunters receive in-library levels of support. With Gale Presents Peterson's Career and Test Prep, a patron has all the tools necessary. They can do an assessment to learn a bit more about themselves and what they might be good at or interested in. They have the resources to explore different careers and understand what is entailed. And they have a variety of contemporary step-by-step resume templates that they can use to build a resume that stands out. Everything they need, better than the open web and only available from their library. Now, it's important to note that some staff members have chafed at making their patrons go through the assessment. These self-assessments are certainly tools that some displaced workers don't need, but when you're talking about the underserved and the underemployed, many have never had the benefit of this type of self-assessment. These assessments, learning tools, and instruction are just the tools these folks need to get them on the best path to employment. And as you're aware, many of your patrons that are job hunting need to develop their basic skills. Peterson's is filled with resources for both those in need and those with remedial skills, as well as those improving already developed ones. Udemy, of course, has a number of those as well. When the library provides Gale Presents Udemy, it offers nearly 3,000 ELL courses that empower the underserved. 75% of those classes come with subtitles, and we already covered native language courses. Librarians understand that content should be available in many formats. Well, the same holds true here. No one course solves for the English language learner. For libraries to support ELL patrons, they'll be able to integrate not just any ELL course into the patron's learning path, but the right one. The American Recovery Plan has given libraries an unprecedented opportunity to impact their communities through, among other things, better workforce solutions, upskilling, necessary mental health support, small business, and reaching the underserved. With Gale Presents Udemy, you're able to provide immediate impact in each of these identified areas of need with a single, easy to implement, effective solution. Our SEL ebook collection provides even more support focused specifically on students. Just as they were in 2008, libraries are going to be an essential resource for entrepreneurs and those starting or running a small business. Whether it's being more productive working from home, getting the 411 on starting a new small business, or understanding how to write a business plan, or training on important finance principles, or developing the fundamental knowledge necessary to market your business, it's in Gale Presents Udemy, which means the library can help. And with Gale Business Plan Builder, a small business owner and would-be entrepreneurs can take a step-by-step TurboTax approach to building and growing a business or nonprofit. From self-reflection on what you're looking to create to building out a lean canvas and even a break-even analysis, Plan Builder takes your patron on a journey that lets them truly explore and pursue their goals or dream, while ensuring they see their blind spots. And when they don't understand something, or they need some additional insight, or they need to start building the business, the tools they need to do that, market research, legal forms, etc., are accessible via the rest of the Gale Business Suite. At the beginning of this session, I mentioned that we would be sharing resources that would help libraries better understand and engage with their communities. Well, as promised, libraries are working hard to develop evidence to support who they are reaching and who they are not. Libraries with Gale Analytics can get a clearer understanding of where they are connecting, where they aren't, and develop strategies to support gaps in service. Here you see just a sample of the many variables and visualization tools available to libraries using Gale Analytics to help them make important decisions. Here they're searching on households of specific incomes, which they may be using as a variable to make programming or other decisions. In this case, this represents not only their patron base, but the entire community. Here's an example of breaking down patrons by income level. As you can see, this library is reaching very few of their potentially underserved and underconnected population. As you can also see, penetration into the upper income communities is much greater. What might you do to better connect with your community or adjust your outreach tactics if you have this information? How could this help you support or confirm the validity of various initiatives you may have undertaken? Let's take it a step further and transform operations. Gale Engage can help you better understand your patrons as users of your library, however that is, via digital resources, ebooks, streaming services, your physical collection, or programming, you name it. Imagine library management from a single comprehensive tool. What can you accomplish with accurate data and the ability to engage with your customers in specific, measurable ways? Gale Engage ingests and centralizes library data so you can analyze patron interactions in real time and identify key patterns and behaviors. Show your library's value and transform your culture to be more agile, data-driven, and adaptive. In addition to the data dashboard, automatic grouping based on transaction history and other library uses allow for effective outreach activities with the community. In Gale Engage, you can create, schedule, and send personalized emails, and with the means for faster decision-making and more efficient outreach, your library can increase its meaningful relationships with customers. You can upload disparate data files from various vendors in one center for analysis and marketing with Gale Engage, and customized scripts turn raw exports into rich visuals and customized lists. All of this built with privacy in mind. Gale Engage uses end-to-end encryption to protect patron privacy and all personally identifiable information. Today I've provided you with a 30,000-foot view of how we're helping libraries drive the results they're looking for every day. Simple, easy to implement solutions that have real impact and align snugly with the initiatives focused on by the American Rescue Plan. If you'd like more information, please visit gale.com/public and find your rep.